Hey y'all, what's up? It's Anthony. I recently told you about a friend of mine who reached out with a situation. The general rundown is she's in an interracial marriage. Her child looks very fair-skinned and he doesn't want to apply for any minority scholarships. It's time for him to go to college. He feels that money's not for him. The dad's upset about it. She wanted my opinion. I reached out to y'all. Y'all had some smart answers, man. Y'all had some smart answers. I got a lot of smart people in my friends group. I'm proud of y'all. First of all, I should say she reached out to me in particular because much like her husband, I'm biracial. My wife is white. A lot of similar dynamics between her family and mine from a racial makeup. So she wanted my perspective. So here's three main things that I thought about that situation. One, props to that young man and props to them as parents for having him in the position where he's about to go to college. He's one of the top kids in his class. He's a smart and respectful young man. So regardless of all the mess of social, political, racial, economics, and all that, props for that, getting him in that position first and foremost. And props to him for working hard to get himself there. That's one. The second thing is props to that young man for his integrity. Regardless of how he identifies racially, if he feels like that money is not for him, I can't help but respect the fact that he doesn't want to take it. He has enough integrity to say, that money's not for a person like me. It's not for me. So instead of him just going, yeah, I'll take any money I can get, I don't care. They raised him with enough integrity for him to say, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. And I don't want to take advantage of something that's not intended for me. That's very respectful. And I appreciate that. Now I can understand dad feeling a certain type of way because he's got to pay the bill. But still, I don't want him to lose sight of that. That's a lot of integrity for a young man to have. But here's the big thing about it. If you know me, you know I often say everything connects, right? And I mean that. Everything connects. The way we see the world is oftentimes a secret confession of self, right? The things that annoy us in others often are a reflection of issues that we need to work on within ourselves. I talk about that premise in my book when I talk about the mirror section. So from the dad, let's break it down. The dad is angered by this. The famous phrase goes, be thankful for your triggers because they show you where you're not healed. So the dad is angry. He feels the son is rejecting the black community. He feels the son is rejecting the black part of himself, right? I'm going to go deep here. I'm a person who grew up mixed in America. Trust me, I know the struggle of being biracial and all those social expectations and trying to fit in and people saying you act too black here or you act too white there. It's a very complicated thing and it can cause a lot of pain in a person's life. Personally, I've done a lot of healing and I've got to a place where I'm comfortable being me. I'm good with who I am. So the fact that the father is upset at the son for not, quote unquote, embracing his blackness makes me think what's the father's relationship with his own blackness? So I asked the wife, what's his relationship with his black family? What do you think the answer was? Doesn't have one. It doesn't exist. So I could understand how he could take potentially unresolved issues and project them onto his own son. When people are bullied, oftentimes they turn around and say those same things to other people. So now he's telling his son, you're not acting black enough. Is it possible? And I'm looking at this from 10,000 feet away. I don't know this man, and I'm not saying he's a bad person. He's a great guy. He's a great father. I can tell by looking at his beautiful family and his commitment to his beautiful family. But that growth and evolution is a continual process. So this could be another thing that needs attention from him. I personally know that I don't have this issue plaguing me anymore because those things aren't triggers for me. When someone says I act white or I speak white or I'm listening to black music or I'm acting a certain way, those things don't trigger me anymore, man. I've grown past that. I'm at a next level where I'm dealing with people on an energy level, on a soul level. So either you rock with me or you don't. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, it don't matter. I'm good with everybody. So my big takeaway is the dad needs to do some soul searching because the reason this is upsetting him is because he has unresolved issues around race himself. And that was my advice. The things that oftentimes irritate us in others are a mirror back of the things we need to work on and heal within ourselves. So my man, I'm wishing you luck. Me, I'm comfortable in my mixedness. I sat here and spoke very formally in white, and now I'm about to go listen to Jay-Z's new verse on God Did for the 45th time. Thank y'all for stopping by. See y'all soon. Remember, everything connects.